Well, you'll remember last year, our Joe Bird and Whitney, who runs the camera here, went over the edge at the Centerpoint building. Aaron Coomer is on the Granite board. Holly Bittner is on the committee for this event. They've already been over. They'll go over again. Aaron's like, yeah, I'm going. Count me in.
Let's go for it. You know?
So let's just talk about the experience first, because I'm standing on the ground watching people I love bail over the side of a perfectly good building. There was nothing wrong with it. It wasn't on fire. There was nothing wrong with it. The elevator wasn't broken. And my stomach is doing butterflies. So what's it like, Aaron, when you're up there and you're looking down?
Boy, I tell you, it's a complete and total rush. I mean, you look over the edge, right before they send you down, and I'm just like, I'm not scared because, going over a 9-story building is peanuts to compare to what these WISH children are facing every day with a terminal or life-threatening condition, and it's all for them and their families, and granting the wish is just the beginning for them.
Well, thank you for putting that in perspective, because it is compared to what the families are going through. It's a big deal, and I think it's one of the smartest fundraisers because it attracts so many people. How many did we have, Holly, last year?
174.
174 insane people, including these two, and Joe Bird. They raised money to go over the building. I mean, that's even the best part for it. Granted, what was your bottom line last year? Do you remember what the total was? Because it was huge.
The amount of money that we raised,
it was $334,000.
Yeah,
that'll grant 2 or 3 wishes, won't it?
Yes, it will.
Yeah, it will.
More than we can ever imagine.
So let's talk about the average dollar spent on the wishes for these children. Do we have an average, or is it all over the board?
Typically, a wish is $5,000-ish. It ranges depending on what the wish is, but typically we find it to be $5,000.
Yeah, it's usually around $5,000.
And what are some of the most popular ones, Aaron?
I'm going to say most popular, as in.
Where do the kids like to go the most? Most likely, yeah.
Disney World.
Disney World.
Disney World, obviously, is like probably the top one. And I'm going to say the next one's probably a famous athlete, or,
Right, meeting someone famous,
yes. And just to see the smiles on those children's faces is just amazing. It always brings tears to my eyes when I see that, and when you're doing that, you're doing something good.
You really are, and plus you're getting a rush for it as well.
Yes.
So how do people sign up, Holly?
People can go to overtheedgeforgranted.com, where they can see that teams that are listed already signed up. I know Aaron is already on a team, and I'm already on a team.
Yes.
So what's your team?
It's the Star Spangled Danglers.
And then I'm with Jeff Purdue's team, Rock and Roll for Wishes.
Rock and Roll for Wishes.
Well, I tell you, Jeff Purdue is something else.
He is something else. Well, he was from Kiss last year?
Yeah,
Gene Simmons.
Yeah.
The costumes were amazing and really a surprise for me, so be thinking about that. Now, when we sign up, then we are raising money. We're asking for people to sponsor us to go over the wall.
It is a $75 registration fee, and then each person is asked to raise $1,000. And we know that at first can seem intimidating, but as soon as you explain what these funds are going to, terminally illness kids, people immediately are wanting to pour out not just their financial part, but also their hearts of wanting to join the team as well too.
Yes.
Well, and I think Aaron's compelling story about what you're doing and why you're doing it, that makes people want to be. If we can't do it ourselves, at least we can participate.
Support,
Well, thank you both for bringing the fun and doing so much good for these families. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Angie, for having
We'll be
us.
talking about Over the Edge coming up toward April too.
Yes.